Hey y'all, in today's video, this is a really sad one. In September of 2014, the 14th of September to be exact, the new neighbors that moved in next door to our house ran over my black cat and basically left him to die. We found out more of the story months later when she came over to our house to bring us a bag of treats that supposedly belonged to her deceased cat. What it was she felt bad for running over our cat and left him to die in the yard. He is microchipped, and he ended up dragging himself home and up the back stairs of the house with a broken hip, a broken back, and a broken leg. So there are some scenes of his injuries and stuff in the next video to come. So if you don't want to watch this video, then don't. I've only got some minor photos here at the beginning. I'm going to roll my intro, and then you'll see the video of what he looked like when he first came in the house. I was working, I just gotten off of work when I heard this blood-curdling scream from Salem Moon, and he came in the back door. Jason was the first one to get to him and found the injuries, and so you're fair warned. There is basically road rash and stuff. I instantly rushed to grab care stuff, and I'm in rough shape because I'm in a lot of pain, but you know, my cat comes first. And this is a cat that a lady who's in one of the pagan groups had given me, and you know, I was going to do what it took to take care of him and do what was necessary to take care of my baby. So I did everything that I needed to do to take care of him at home, with bandaging him and cleaning the wound. I literally got in the tub with him and cleaned his wounds. I sat in the tub. He was a very good boy. First time I'd ever given him a bath at a year old. Surprised that he sat in the bath with me and didn't try and eat me alive. I guess he knew I was helping him. And I did everything that I needed to do to clean and bandage him and take care of him at home. And you'll see the videos from the vet where I recorded while I was at the vet's office further in the videos. There are multiple clips here of like aftercare and stuff like that. Before we could get him into the vet's office, we did call the emergency vet, and they basically said that there was nothing they could do for a broken back, a broken hip, or a broken leg. Got him into my local vet first thing in the morning, Monday morning, and as you can see from some of the videos, like I pulled out a lot of like medical stuff and just drug it all to the bathroom because I knew I would need stuff, and I didn't know what I would need, but I just grabbed everything that I could think of, so that I had it all in one room. Because once you go in a room with a cat and you close the door, they kind of like panic, and I wanted to make sure that I had everything that I needed in that room to get by. So I didn't want to like have to open the door unnecessarily to do anything extra. So you'll see from the videos what's going on. And again, you're fair warned. There is some open wounds and stuff like that. There's no protruding bones, but there is some like gruesome scenes and stuff that are shown in the video, just in case you don't want to see that. But you can just skip the first video clip if you don't want to see that. And then of course from here on out, basically the bandaging and stuff, and then you'll hear what my vet says and how well of a job I did, and thank God for the medical training that I do have and everything like that, and what I do know about healing animals and the shamanistic training that I do have, thanks to the shaman that trained me years and years and years ago. I am so grateful for everything that I learned from them and everything, because if it wasn't for the shamanistic training that I do have and the medical training that I have, I would be so much worse off and wouldn't know what to do for half the medical stuff that I do for my animals. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and let the video play. Hopefully you guys got a brief synopsis of what's going on, and then I'll come talk to you at the end. yelling for like that?
His foot is mangled.
Maybe it's mangled. Oh, what did you get into? Take him in the hall bathroom.
Come on.
I'll get cleaning stuff out in a second. So either he got caught in something or something attacked him. Why did he come in the house yelling like that though? Like he waited until he came in the house and yelled. Go in there with him. Where'd you go? He's not gonna be happy with me because he's fixing to get back. I gotta go get bandage care and shit. So.
You've been in a fight. His front paw is also
Great. Just what I need. Take an animal, and you know, we have to take the car to the shop on Monday, so how am I supposed to get him to the vet? Fucking cats. The other thing is in here. I couldn't find the antiseptic. Oh, it's right here. Okay, good. Did you mop in here?
Yeah.
How? There's fucking hair and shit all over the floor. Look at this. How did you mop in here? Come on, get into bed. See, you fit. A little wobbly. Here, let me see if I can turn it just a little, maybe. Yeah. Tuck your chin in. I mean, it's a really tight fit, but you fit. You chunky butt. It fits, Daddy. It fits like a
Kind of.
What was that?
Thumb.
Oh. See? See? Who fits? Who fits? All right. You're gonna stay there? I know you cannot stretch out, but that's as close as you can get to Daddy right now. It's a compromise. Sometimes we gotta do that. Yeah, we gotta do compromises sometimes. Things for we don't like it. Yeah. You'll be okay. But you do fit. Tuck your tail in. Lopsided. Chunky butt. Don't eat stuff off the floor. Gross. Weirdo. Alright. Somebody just said something to Teams. Let me go see if they broke something else. So, because my Jeep was in the shop when I had to take him to the vet, I had to put him in the hard case and strap him to the motorcycle instead of the soft case that we have that's his. Needless to say, he really, really hated being strapped in this thing because he barely fit, but at least I could take the top off and I could set him down inside on the towel to get him to the vet. But needless to say, he was none too happy to be in the crate and at the vet. But I did go to the vet by myself on my motorcycle, and I do have a few photos of that as well. And he was very unhappy because, you know, motorcycle, cat, wind, scary. Salem. I know you want to sniff, you're curious, but you're hurt. Your poor mangled back leg. You better stay put. I know you're curious. No, don't even think about trying to get out of here. I'm gonna put the lid back on and you can't go nowhere. Rottenness. So how'd you like your motorcycle ride? A little windy? I don't know how you turned around in this. You literally take up the whole thing. You literally take up the whole thing. I don't know how you turned around in this with your bad leg. Are you sniffing me now? I didn't touch anything here. You are shedding. That's your hair. It's snowing black kitty hair. No black monster. Give me that. No, give me that. Dirty face. Poor leg. And that's the good side. Not the mangled side. Mangled side is down. You can get your photos of your hip and your leg and see what all is broken in it. Give you a couple of shots for some hydration and some pain. And see what all's going on. And if mommy gets her hands on who hit you, she's gonna go hitting them. Hitting my poor kitty. A special place in hell for people that hit animals. Yes, there is. I don't know if I've been in this room before.
What's called Scorpion on his back. It lasts for 4 days.
Okay.
It's going to make him look high. But what we'll do, we'll put him in and we'll put him in his crate because you can't touch him for like 30 minutes afterwards while it absorbs.
If you want to grab the crate, I'll go ahead and bring him over to it.
We'll do a shot first. Hi, buddy. Little bitch. So, and this is gonna last for 4 days.
Okay.
And then I've got some more, so it's buprenorphine basically, and then I've got some oral ones after the 4 days. If you see them pain, you can do this.
Okay. And those are once a day, right?
Twice a day. You do it twice a day.
Okay. Yeah, I ran out of all the ones that I had at the house for the oral stuff for the other cats, so I was like freaking out. Also, can you email me those x-rays like you did last time you put on and stuff?
Yeah, sure. Here. Okay. Yeah. Let's get the thing back on.
Yep. Yeah, the door's a pain in the butt.
What is this? Here, what kind of hearing is it? It's always a pain.
Yeah, I always miss the holes, and then I go to stick the top on, and I can't stick the top on. It doesn't help that his fat head's in
You can try and shift.
He's a good kid though. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't try and eat in the tub. Like, I literally don't
He is a fantastic cat.
He has his moments. He is a rotten black child sometimes. He will wander through the house and just yell his head off for no reason. I'm like, what are you yelling for?
Listen, my dog does that too. He's also super wild. I mean, he is a hound dog, so there's that.
Yeah, well, I wonder about my pit bull Luke sometimes. She's so dumb.
Oh no, pickles are down in the dirt.
Well, remember she's part beagle too. So I don't know what's dumber, the beagle part or the pit bull. She's so sweet though. She can't help it. She's sweet.
Mine. So this guy. He likes to yell at everything. He likes to go out at night and when it's dark and yell at everybody that he's going to bed, but don't come into his yard. He's going to know.
Bridget has been hearing, like, we've been hearing stuff wander through the yard, and she is losing her ever-loving mind about them like being in the yard, and we've got like possums and whatnot. And I'm okay with wildlife being in the yard. I'm not one of those people. I'm like, it's their yard. They were here 1st, and so I have no problem. But like, she like freaks out because she can hear them walking past the dryer vent because she's in her crate in the laundry room, and like she'll go. Yeah, I'm like, Bridget's there.
Yeah, no, he gets really excited when people come over and he starts yelling at them. And my friend has one of those Apple Watches that when he starts yelling at her, it tells her she's in a loud environment.
She's like, "I'm in a loud environment again." I can't even take a shower with my Apple Watch because it tells me the shower water is too loud.
Yeah, I have a Samsung watch. I don't think it's
Well,
Yeah.
with this band, I can with my fabric bands, which they're in the wash right now.
Yeah.
I can't because they stink. They start to stink, and I'm like, "What?"
Like my mom thought she was so sweet. She got me all these pretty colored fabric bands for Christmas when she got the watch, and I said, "Oh, we can't take these." And she's like, "Want to go?" I said, "They get wet.
They smell.
And I go, and my
Yeah,
job
I
is
see.
not conducive to
Yeah.
them not getting
No,
wet.
if you can't do anything, you're.
Yeah.
You start checking
Yeah.
everything, and you're like,
I
"What
have a
is this?"
purple one, and I have a white. It came with a white, and then I have one of the metal ones that is kind of iridescent that I wear for fancy things.
Oh, jeez.
I don't have any fancy.
Okay, so for him, he's got, just so I make sure I have it right, the pelvis fracture with the piece that broke off, the hip fracture, which is that's the minor like hairline fracture.
Yeah, right. At his where his hip can.
Yeah, that's where the ball
And then he has one where the hip connects to the sacrum, which is the end of the spine. It's a little fractured there. Okay.
Now,
And possibly a hairline fracture at the neck of his femur. So where the femur starts coming in to connect. I'm not 100% certain that one is one or not just like a little bit of a broke plate still.
well, and he is still young.
Yeah.
He's under 2. So, okay, so as far as food, the other thing that I was worried about with that, because like I said, we're doing like the liquid
Yes.
food. We have like pâtés and stuff at the house because
So it should be okay because he can lick it.
yeah,
I would say avoid the
the shredded
the
ones.
shredded ones, but like the pate should be fine, and you can even mix those with a little extra water, make it a little more soupy too.
Okay, because I was just thinking the shredded ones we could just put in the blender and just purify.
Potentially, if you're purifying it, if you're willing to go the extra mile, get it. You can.
look anything for my fur kids because like the fact that the neighbor did this and like didn't notify anybody
Mhm.
and like just drove off
Mhm.
is really what gets me. But you know, if I get my hands on 'em, it's gonna be a whole other story.
Perfect. Good. So his eyes are probably gonna look real wide, like the pupils real wide, and I like for play because the Zorbium makes them
Super hot.
super high,
So
but it makes them feel real good.
you said don't touch it for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'll have to tell Jason not to mess with it.
Yeah.
My poor boy. Hi, buddy.
Yeah, that will give it time to absorb. And you guys.
He can be stoned.
Yeah.
Well, and then after like what a week or so, because this happened Saturday. Pain management wise and long term, after like what the first week or two, he shouldn't need
You
anything.
probably shouldn't need it as much. I mean, if you see painful, we can call for refills. Like I said, you got this, the
Yeah.
other stuff as because this lasts for 4 days.
Okay.
So then that is if you need how he's feeling after that 4 days.
Okay.
Okay.
That works.
Alright, well then, if you can email me those x-rays, I have people that are worried and they're like, oh, I don't know what's going on.
Alright, I will see you.
So, as you heard from the vet, he has a hip fracture. He's got a pelvis fracture right at the ball joint, which is basically his back. And then he's got a lower leg fracture where that little rabbit foot part is, where it's all scun up, where the tire basically drug him underneath the car. And then, of course, he's got drag marks on his front wrist area as well, but that's not broken, thankfully. So all of the damage was on his back hind leg, and it still bothers him to this very day. So the neighbor did an extensive amount of damage to him, and they just bought that house when this happened. And then she had the nerve to come over to my house one day with a shovel while I was working and was digging up plants in my fucking yard. And then she came back later and was like, hey, these like planters that you have on your front porch and shit, like, do you want these? Are you using these? And I was going to put herbs and stuff in them. I just hadn't had a chance to put them out yet. I bought herbs at Lowe's and I just bought them. They're like $20 a piece for those planters. And I hadn't had a chance to like rearrange them on the porch where I wanted them to figure out where they would like sit well. And then she got caught in my greenhouse digging up some of my strawberry plants. Now, granted, I've got like 21 of them out there. Had she asked, I would have been nice enough to give her one because I've got plenty. But she didn't ask. And she ran over my fucking cat and then gave me pity food because she felt sorry for running over my cat and didn't ever fucking apologize for it. And then gave me her phone number and was like, if you ever need anybody to cat sit for you, I'd love to cat sit for you, bitch. You ran over my fucking cat. I don't want anything to do with you. You're a psycho. Anyways, so this is the long and the short story of how my black cat Salem Moon got ran over by the new neighbor next door, who is also a plant thief, who thought it was a really good idea to wander around my yard with a shovel and steal stuff, and the police didn't do anything about it. They also are the same people who steal mail out of my mailbox and put mail in my mailbox, and I had to put a disclaimer in my mailbox to leave my fucking mailbox alone, and the police won't do anything about it because we have reported it to the police, and because the mailbox is a federal offense, they said I need to call the feds for that. And so we've got cameras and stuff put up out there now to deter them from fucking with our mail. So there you go. There's the story of how Salem Moon got hurt. If you guys ever saw this on my Instagram story, I'm finally getting around to editing these videos. I'm out of work today with a migraine. I cannot hear out of my right ear, and it feels like somebody hit me in the back of the head with a 2x4. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this update on Salem. I know this was done in September of 2024 and I'm editing this in May of 2025. That is how far behind I am on these videos. Hopefully you guys are having a great day or night wherever you are, and I will see you later. And no, he did not enjoy the motorcycle ride. Yeah, not a one bit. All right, have a great day. Bye-bye.